Hey guys, so as you can see here, I've got both the Xtreme Edition 1 and Edition 3. So between the two of these things are pretty damn loud. I'm not sure if I can power both of them on and get these to connect. They're probably not going to work. They're probably not going to work. We'll have a look. JBL Portable. Probably not. Which sucks, because that would have been a real cool feature to have both of them still, but it doesn't work. But it can see them. This is the interesting thing. So it can see the JBL Xtreme, but it's not doing nothing with it. We'll stick the green one in this one. We'll stick the black one in this one. So our green lead is Xtreme 3 and our black lead is Xtreme 1. Now I've had time to play with these speakers, I honestly think that if you're in a work environment and there's a volume limit, this speaker wins, hands down. But if you're not with a volume constraint and volume's no option and you can just blast it full volume, I think this is better. The reason why is because when the bass goes down with the high volume, this loses its mids as well, which it didn't have much to begin with, whereas this shines on the mids. So it depends what music you listen to. If you listen to a lot of drum and bass, you may favour this one. If you listen to a lot of pop, this one. So anyways, that might be max on that one actually. Yep. It definitely doesn't handle the beat. The bass is low. As I said, in a small room by yourself, volume constraints, this thing blows us out of the water. But in a loud environment, not much difference between them. Definitely would try and give it more to this, but the bass, this thing, I'll tell you something about this, it's very positional. So if you stick this in a corner of a room, it will be stupidly loud. Whereas you put this in the corner of the room, you'll notice a difference, but not as much as this. So I would definitely give it to this one. Just if you love your mid-range, you might want to go for the first one. For now, indoors, I'd give it 15% to this over this, just because of that raw bass. It's definitely got a bit more clarity to the tweeters as well. You can definitely hear them over this one, but again, not much in it. So as for these JBL speakers, none of them wins over the other. I mean, aesthetics, obviously the new one wins, but sound quality is subjective, and in terms of how loud they are, they're about the same. If I was to put them on a dB meter, they'd be about the same. Depends what part of it you're measuring, but more or less the same. I think this might have 1 or 2 more dB on bass. It hits the lower frequencies. This hits the mids harder than anything I've ever seen in a portable speaker. That hits the bass harder than I've ever seen in a portable speaker. So I'm sticking with the new one because the convenience. It's actually a little bit lighter. It definitely feels a little bit lighter than this original JBL. But whichever one you end up with, I would say to you, you'll enjoy them either way. If you've not had one before, or a speaker of this size, you're going to enjoy them. Pick whichever you feel, but there is no right or wrong answer here. Only which one's got better aesthetics and more convenient. That is it. Battery life is exactly the same. And one massive downside to these things, this is running a lithium polymer battery, which they can be temperamental if not stored properly. So if you don't charge them when they're completely dead, or don't leave them fully charged, you can't leave them fully charged, you can't leave them dead, they will mess up very quick. But if you keep them 40-50% most of the life, 30%, put it in storage, it'll be fine. This one is more closer to a phone battery because it's lithium ion in this lithium polymer. So yeah, so in that respect, again, as I said, it's more convenient, this speaker. Everything about it is just more user friendly, but obviously much more cost. In terms of battery life though, even though they are the same, I find that this one tends to have more life towards the end of it. So by the time that starts flashing, you've got about 10 minutes. By the time this starts flashing, especially on low volume, this can go for hours. So if you're the kind of person who forgets to charge their battery, this thing might actually outlast that one, but you shouldn't be killing either of them. So anyways, but there you go, that's my review on them. I'm sticking with the new one, but if I was to go out from the original one, which was what I did, spend silly money on what these things cost, they're normally about 280, 300 quid, 260, over having this for years already, I'd be a bit disappointed, because you're not getting more for it, it's just more convenient. So as I said, don't feel bad if you've got one of these, just live with it until it dies, just live with it. Anyways, speak to you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed the review.